On January 2nd, 2023, Buffalo Bulls safety Damar Hamlin suffered a cardiac arrest when his heart stopped beating after a tackle against the Cincinati Bengals during a Monday night football game. Medical staff gave Hamlin CPR and shocked him with a defibrillator, restarting his heart's normal rhythm.
Today, Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin is in critical condition after suffering cardiac arrest during the Bills-Bengals Monday Night Football game last night. The 24-year-old made a tackle in the first quarter, stood up, and then fell backwards moments later. Hamlin was given CPR for nearly 10 minutes before he was taken to a hospital where he remains sedated and in critical condition. The Bills said Hamlin's heartbeat was restored on the field before he was taken by an ambulance off the field.
At first glance, this incident looks similar to other horrifying injuries suffered by NFL players in the past. However, when we take a deeper look, we can surmise that there is something more sinister
Eyezo
at play here. Demar plays for the Buffalo Bills, a team which is actually named after the famous cowboy William Frederick Cody, otherwise known as Buffalo Bill. It is important to note that Buffalo Bill was a Freemason who was initiated into Lodge number 32 in North Platte, Nebraska on March 5th, 1870. He received his second and third degrees on April 2nd, 1870 and January 10th, 1871. He then became a Knights Templar in 1889 and received his 32nd degree in the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry in 1894. The NFL is clearly a Masonic organization. This is why there are 32 teams, like the 32 degrees in the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. Notice here in this picture of players kneeling after Damar's accident that number 33 remains standing. This was meant as a reference to the 33rd degree of Freemasonry in the theme, order out of chaos. That being said, Freemason Bill Cody received the nickname Buffalo Bill after the American Civil War when he was contracted to kill buffalo to provide bison meat for Kansas Pacific Railroad workers. The connection to killing buffalo is very important to understand the ritual being performed here. The sun god Mithra was depicted as slaying a bull. It is important to note that Mithra was considered a type of savior figure, and he was also known as a dying and rising god. This false savior, like Messiah, was supposedly buried in a tomb, and after 3 days, he rose again. This is the reason that the Buffalo Bill, Damar Hamlin, wore the number 3, and it is also why we were told that his heart stopped and was restarted, representing dying and rising after 3 days. Notice the symbol of the crucifix on his cheeks. Now check this out. The name Demar has two meanings. The first comes from Demar, which is actually a tree resin used in torches. It is important to note that Mithra, the false savior figure who sacrificed the bull, was depicted as holding a torch as a god of light. This connects Mithra, the sun god, with Lucifer, the light bearer.
Eyezo.